Is Kybella permanent?
Thank you for your question. You're asking, is Kybella permanent? And so what I assume you mean is, are the results that come from doing Kybella injection permanent? Well, it's important to just understand what the principles of this injection is and how any type of liposculpture or any type of lipo dissolving procedure works. Kybella is a drug that's derived from like a bile acid, which is from the like the gallbladder, which helps emulsify or break up fat. So when this drug is injected into the space where the fat is that is undesirable, it melts essentially the fat so that it is no longer viable fat cells. Now, you can compare this to liposuction. When we do liposuction, whether it's under the chin, whether it's in the waist or the love handles or anywhere else in the body, we are literally suctioning out those fat cells. And so, if somebody wants to know, is it permanent? Well, the answer is yes. Whatever the fat is, whether it's suctioned out or whether it is dissolved until the point where those cells cannot be viable anymore, it is permanent. The secondary question, of course, is what happens if you gain weight? Well, one of the myths of liposuction, and I'm sure it'll apply to Kybella as well, is the perception is that the fat moves somewhere else. And actually that's not true. Fat doesn't actually move. What happens in the case of liposuction is, unfortunately, a lot of people struggle with maintaining the right kind of diet and exercise regimen. So they'll gain weight, but they won't gain weight in the same places before, which were problem areas, because the fat was suctioned out. And instead they gain fat in other areas. So if, let's say, for example, a woman, for example, we do a lot of these, wants to have the bra roll and the waist and the hip area liposuction and shaped. Well, if she gains more weight, she might gain weight in the breast, in the thighs, and in a way that would appear strange because she's not used to gaining weight in that way. Sometimes that, unfortunately, it just takes getting back into gear, because liposuction is, in our practice at least, is not about weight loss. It's about contouring, and usually our patients who we select to have this procedure are within 10 pounds of their ideal body weight. Unfortunately, with the growing problem of overweight and obesity in the United States, it's a challenge to get people to that level. But really, for me, that's where liposuction is ideal. And many times for people who are candidates for Kybella, which is approved only for under the chin fat, can also be a genetic issue. There are people who have under chin fat or submental fat that is more genetic. We have suctioned this for people who are runners. And at the same time, we've had people who are overweight who plateaued and benefited from suctioning around the neck area. So ultimately, you have to make a smart decision about whether or not to pursue this treatment. Kybella, as opposed to liposuction, is a multi-session treatment plan. So the appeal of a non-surgical solution may be outweighed by the inconvenience of the non-surgical solution. I've been telling our patients that although Kybella is interesting and it's good to have as an additional option, but in terms of the efficiency of getting rid of under the chin fat, I always say that we can do that procedure in much less time and do it under local anesthesia like you would any other injectable procedure, and get it done within less than a half an hour. So it's a matter of always making an informed decision and customizing the solution for the patient. So learn more about the material and meet with qualified, experienced surgeons. I stress the word surgeon in my own personal bias because surgeons can do both surgery and non-surgical solutions. In our practice, we offer everything from spa treatments all the way to advanced cosmetic surgery. So it gives me a lot of options. If you go to somebody who's a non-surgeon, then Kybella will be the things to do. If you look back, there were in the history of this category of medications, there was a drug called Lipo many years ago that had to be pulled from the market because of a lot of problems related to the administration of this drug. So it's always important to take a guarded and methodical approach to these newer technologies. In over 20 years of practice, I've seen a lot of things come and go. Everything from endermology and thread lifts and the ever popular and ever evolving and ineffective thermal devices, which are trying to replace facelifts and simply cannot. So meeting with doctors who have experience, knowledge, and understanding will help you make a smart decision about whether or not Kybella is the right choice for you. So I hope that was helpful. I wish you the best of luck, and thank you for your question.